Hello, everybody. It is freaking Ivory here. It is August 2022, and guess what? I'm temporarily back in the Animal Jam community. Emphasis on temporarily, okay? I am not, by any means, running back to the community full-time. I'm not gonna go ask to become a Jambassador again. I'm not gonna forget everything I've ever learned before I left and just pretend it never happened. No, I don't go backwards, I go forwards. But in this case, I'm revisiting a nostalgic time of my life, and that is the Life is Full of Phantoms reunion special coming in December. However, as I have made my temporary return, some people have decided to ask me, hey Ivory, wanna make more rant videos? We need to see more of those. Well, I didn't have any more rant ideas at first, but recently the thought came to my mind. I remember back when I was in the Animal Jam community, and there were people in this community who really thought that spreading awareness was spreading hate. And a lot of people didn't understand the difference between that. So I think now is the right time to make a video like this once and for all. I know this may seem very similar to Lehman Puppies, the difference between spreading drama and awareness, but like, I'm gonna go there, but this is kind of like a different spin on that. In this video, I'm actually calling out both sides of the coin. The Wildworks bootlickers who will take bullets for the company at every twist and turn, and those who just make call-out posts because they don't know how to control their emotions properly. One of the reasons I left behind this community is that almost every single day it felt like there was a culture war between the community and the Jambassadors, and that got old really fast. So you know what? Full disclosure, both sides are in the wrong. Hear me out. First, I'm going to touch on, I think, everyone's favorite part of this video. I'm gonna go into the stuff people don't want to hear in the next segment, but this segment is gonna be fun to hear, because I know y'all hate Wildworks bootlickers. I don't really hate them personally, I just don't agree with their opinions. I don't agree with defending this company at every avenue, because they've done lots of things that, honestly, they need to explain so more people don't hate on them for them. But no, there's always some sort of secrecy, and there's always some mental gymnastics excuse for why they do what they do, and I'm just tired of it. I'm sure you remember that post Animal Jam HQ made a year and a half ago. Let's not revisit the past. It's gonna make me really angry, but I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. Those who classify spreading awareness as hate, drama, bullying even, when quite the contrary, it's actually educating people against those things. Again, it's educating people, hey, this particular jammer is a threat to the community. I don't think there's anything wrong with protecting kids on this game, especially when the report button on their player tag on Animal Jam doesn't always work, okay? They always say, oh, report the jammer, AJHQ will take care of it. Well, very seldom has that ever been the case. In my experience, I've had people who I work with on my series in the past who were attacked and targeted by scammers and hackers, and no matter how many times I reported them, nothing happened. And you cannot sit there and tell me that the person being attacked in front of my very eyes was lying about it. So I hate to say this, but that whole report the jammer and AJHQ will take care of it doesn't always work. I'm sorry to say. You know, some people feel the need to go to other measures and say, you know, I gotta warn people about this particular player. Not to spread hate, but to spread awareness. Those who turn it into a harassment campaign are the people you should be blaming. It is not the person who made the post's fault for educating people. It is those who take it to the extremes and start spreading the cancel culture like a bandwagon across the community. That's where the problem lies. People who start more shit are the people you should be condemning, not those who are just saying, hey guys, be on the lookout for this particular jammer. They are not safe to be around. I don't see what's so not kid-friendly about that. Those who have to claim it's hate, spreading hate when you're spreading awareness, most of the time, those are the people who did something wrong, have been canceled before, and they just don't want to accept accountability for their mistakes. So they just silence anyone who's speaking out because they don't want that person to speak out on them eventually. And see, this is one of the reasons I did not remain a Jambassador. Apparently, one of the rules for being a Jambassador is you cannot, quote-unquote, attack other players. I can see how that sounds like a reasonable rule. It does sound reasonable at its surface value, but it applies to all types of expose posts. You can't expose anyone, even if they are an absolute threat to the community. You have to stay silent and just let AJHQ do all the work, because apparently you're supposed to trust them 100%. No, that's not how I roll. I don't brown nose to a company, okay? Which is why I dropped my role. No hate to people who support Wildworks as Jambassadors, but I support you as long as you don't defend Wildworks at every avenue. If you're going to be a brown noser, if you're going to be obsequious to them, I'm gonna have an issue. I will reiterate this. It's fair to trust that AJHQ will solve the issue if you report it to them directly, because that's what you're supposed to do as a Jambassador. But when it doesn't always work out and people are still getting hurt, what do you do then? Continue to stay silent? Or do you take more drastic measures to actually help educate people? And I will clarify this so no one misinterprets me. Bootlicker and Wildworks Jambassador, two different terms, okay? Because there are Jambassadors who disagree with what AJHQ and Wildworks has done, okay? A lot of people have this misinterpretation that they don't think for themselves and that they all just kiss up to AJHQ. That's not always the case. If you don't know the context, don't speak on it. However, if all you have are defenses for the company and you never try to understand the other point of view and why the player base is so angry, then yeah, that's where I'm going to be a little bit judgmental towards you. That's all for that segment. Now, here's the part that the people who start the drama in this community really don't want to hear. This is the part that's going to upset you quite a bit if you're the type of person who makes call-out posts based on how you're feeling in the moment. Because this is the part where I'm going to really drag you a bit. If you're one of those people, and I've met people like this, who just make call-out posts on a whim because you're angry about something else, like, oh, I'm so angry, I'm just gonna make a call-out post that'll probably release the stress. That is really stupid. If you're going to make a call-out post and not gather proper evidence, consider that there are different sides to every story. If you're someone who just takes evidence at surface value, you don't try to understand the context, if you just say, oh, this person's bad because I say so, you're part of the problem. And if anything, you're worse than the Wildworks bootlickers you claim to condemn. And this is the part that annoys the living crap out of me. The double standard with these types of people. When they make posts that are damaging and have very little evidence or proof, it's okay on their end because it's spreading awareness. They use the whole awareness card to get away with it, while they damage the reputation of someone else who is not nearly as bad. And that's what pisses me off. And those types of people are dangerous. You try reasoning with them, oof, get ready, because they're gonna send their mob after you. If anything, by acting out like that, you're actually worse than the Wildworks bootlickers that you're calling out. This was a type of video I really wanted to make way before I left the community, but clearly back then I did not have the guts. But now that I've left the community and I'm just an outsider at this point, I can pretty much talk about any topic I'd like to now. Because I'm leaving again anyways after this reunion special for Life is Full of Phantoms is finished. The next time I make a rant video on any issue in this community, it's definitely going to be on something really serious, like if Animal Jam Classic shuts down. I don't really know if I want to pick up Animal Jam rant videos full-time again. It's just something I'll do if I have a topic to discuss. So don't see this as a, Ivory's returning full-time and he's going to make weekly rant videos, hooray! No, that's not gonna happen. This is just something that I like to do whenever I have a topic I really want to discuss, especially in this community, because there's many reasons I left, and what I just discussed is one of the main reasons I left, because people just couldn't get their heads straight on either side. But as far as Wildworks goes, I don't really have any other issues to rant about on this game because it's pretty much well known at this point that people are angry at Wildworks for how Cinder happened, for how Feral shut down. It's already well known at this point. I don't have to dip my feet in that topic that everyone knows about already. I don't have to give my 2 cents. But this is one thing that I still see going on. People still not understanding the difference between awareness and hate. They are two very different things. Get it right. And the only video I've seen on this topic is Lehman Puppy's video. I think more people need to make a video like this, just to get it through the community's heads. And since I'm temporarily back in this community, I think I have the right to speak out on these things now that I'm temporarily back. I'm always gonna have something to rant about when it comes to this game, because there's so many things wrong with it, and when you view it from an outside lens, the issues become clear as day. So I think that wraps it up here. It's nice to see y'all again, and if I have other topics to discuss, I guess you'll see more videos on them. For now though, I'm gonna be focusing on the Life is Full of Phantoms reunion, which by the way, is coming in December. I hope y'all are excited. And remember, the next time drama in this community happens, just think about what I said. Try to look out for the red flags on both sides.
And please, for the love of God, if you think this video applies to certain people in the community, keep that to yourself. The last time I made a similar video to this, people decided, oh, this applies to so-and-so, and they attacked that specific person. Please don't do that this time around. If you're finding traits of someone in this community who matches what I listed in this video, keep that to yourself or your friend group. Don't attack people, okay? It sucks that I even have to say that, but I'm not going to be responsible if someone gets attacked because of this. Just keep that in mind.
That wraps it up. Have a great day.